peace, this beautiful trip of life, I've come to this kind of a place with myself, where I've decided, where I will just let the people who love me. And that may sound like a simple thing, but for me it has not been. But it is a humbling thing to accept and to decide with oneself that you will allow, that you will let love to occur, that you will have an allowance for it, that you will be willing to experience and to partake, to be a part of that others may have love for you, that others may have care for you, and that you may have and give this of others, and be this yourself. That is something I'm walking into, and that is something I invite for you upon your own life, to engage yourself in that way, to have that freedom. And truly, that is all that it is, That is all that it is a freedom to experience yourself, that others would love you, that there are those who would have care for you, and that you do not have to close yourself off from it, that you have this allowance, this freedom, this nature of being, that you are allowed this, that you may experience yourself in love. And that is the truth. That is what is occurring in this that you are, in this that you are witnessing. And it has been a long walk to get to that type of a place. It is a humbling thing, I will tell you. To have experienced so much in life, to go through so much, and to bring yourself to a place where you are simply at a baseline now, perhaps. You are at a starting place after all that you have done, to arrive at a place. Perhaps it is the origin of being in itself, and that you would allow this, that you would have this freedom of experience, that you may be loved. And let that be a beautiful and a blessed thing, that we arrive at that place of origin, that baseline of being, that we have overcome any deficit from these conditions that we have picked up in our walk through life, that we have let them down, and that we have arrived somewhere with our own creative origin and blessed nature and way of being, and that you are allowed this, that you may experience yourself, and that you may be loved. And let us be grateful for all that we have learned through what we picked up, all the conditioning that we picked up that said that you cannot do this, you cannot be loved, you cannot be receptive to it, you cannot be open to it, you must close yourself off, you must build up walls. Let us be grateful for the teaching of these conditions, this conditioning that we have picked up through this walk of life. Let us be grateful for it. Let us be humble to it, to its story, to its learning that has occurred in this place of being. And let us honor it in letting it go, and taking another step forward in this journey of life. And that is the beauty of it, and all that I'm ever trying to do here is very simple. It can go in so many directions, in so many places. I go within myself to these great depths. I experience life very severely, and I'll go to these depths and learn all of these things about myself. But it is so simple, any message that I would like to hand you, and what I'm learning continually about myself through this practice and sharing with myself. I do not care to be a teacher to you. I do not care to be placed in a high place, to be sought and looked at and idolized over. I do not care to be thought of as greater than you. Very simply, I would just like to be who I am, and to share that in witnessing a togetherness, a connectedness, something that we would have together, uniquely and in sovereignty, in individuality, in uniqueness, a reason to experience further ourselves and each other. And it is beautiful in that way. All I am ever sharing with you, all that I am ever communicating to myself through this medium, and that we share this witnessing of each other together, is that you are going to make it. You are going to make it. You have always been enough. And that this journey is beautiful, that it is worth it, that there is something magical that is occurring here. There is something special and grand beyond our comprehension that is occurring, and that you are witnessing, and that you are a part of this divine creation that is all things. And that in some form of a way you are the entirety of it. And that this is magic, that there are others that you can share this with, that you can experience yourself through others, through sight, through color, through sound, through feeling, through the heart that beats within you. The songs that you may sing, the sunset, the sunrise, the blood in the skies, beauty and wonder, that this is magic, that all of this is occurring, and that you're going to make it. Whatever you're going through, the difficulty, the suffering, it is a beauty of its own. Whatever you are healing, whatever wounding is within you, there is a magic in it. There is a power within it. There is something so special and unique that is occurring, and that you are. And that is that I am. That is the way that I am experiencing, is that you yourself are magic. And I'm seeking for that to be shared, for that truth to be known, that we may witness it together, that you are magic, that all of this is magic, that this is something so special for us to treasure and care for, and to be willing, to be vulnerable to experience ourselves in, not to hide away from, not to turn away from, but to immerse ourselves in, and to find it out. What is the meaning of this magic? What is this proof of being that you are? What is this truth that is occurring that you cannot escape? That you cannot escape? What is this thing that remains through all the changes? This witnessing, this consciousness, this God alive within you. And that we further become and develop in that way, uniquely and specifically for that purpose of what is unique, that it is shared, that there is only one that can be you, that eternity is incomplete without you. So of course you will make it. Another step forward, your story is written. Another step forward, your story is written. And that we're sharing it together. That is beautiful. That is beautiful, that we find ourselves in these things, and that we are not lost to them, but that we are continually and perpetually found within them, and that this is love, that all of this is occurring, and that we would allow that love to occur, and that we would be that for each other, and that we would be that for ourselves, that we would be open to it, to that magic, to that beauty, to that wonder, to that life, to that God within you. And further, what becomes in that way, I will be grateful to meet it in your eyes and mine, this mirror that we are to each other. I'm grateful for that. For every footstep that has brought me here, and for the next that will come after, and all that yet remains to be, and all that always has been. Beautiful love and truth, glory, grace, strength, thanks, grateful God, that you are courage, strength, protection. I'm with you. Peace.